High in the pines, where monks chant with shaking knees and clouds bleed into stone, you crack the world open. A beak first, then claws, then a scream built from thunder. You are Tengu. You breathe wind before air. You feel altitude before gravity. Feathers stick to you like secrets. Lightning carves lines through the sky. You smile. The mountain groans. Trees lean to hear you scream again. You blink sideways. The world moves fast. Rain pounds the leaves. Wind howls like a rival god. You call louder. Far below, something yells. Human-shaped noise. You tilt your head. Their voice tries to reach you. It fails. The storm raises you. The crag teaches you truth. The world speaks in violence, and you answer in laughter. You stretch your wings. Small, fast, sharp. Your eyes catch every glint, every echo, every spark. A child wanders too deep. You tilt your head. Wings spread. You lift her skyward, small arms clinging tight. You carry her past fire, past fear, and into the arms of the villagers below. They speak of you after, a bird of legend, wings wide as storms, sent by the forest itself. Years later, she returns. Grown now, soft-spoken. She finds you watching the wind. She nods, smiles. Thank you. Villagers whisper about magic. You flap once and disappear. You live loud. Speak louder. Play harder. Only wind knows your birth hour. Only mountains remember your first scream. And just like that, you stand straighter. Less wind. More weight. Your wings grow quiet. Feathers give way to folds of cloth. The beak shortens. A nose stretches in its place. You stand taller now. Straighter. Less bird, more mountain. You are Yamabushi Tengu. You learn fast. Wind speaks in howls, monks in chants, humans in screams. You mimic all of them. The echo becomes your plaything. You repeat prayers backwards. You copy a monk's voice so perfectly he circles the same tree for 3 days, chasing his own mantra. A samurai arrives. You offer him silence and a test. He blinks and finds himself disarmed, barefoot, weeping beside a waterfall. You leave no scar, only humility. Pilgrims pray on your mountain. Some step lightly. You watch. Some build temples. You crumble stone. One child bows without speaking. She trains beneath pine and lightning. You teach her pain, balance, and silence. When she leaves, her shadow splits stone. You sit with storms now. The forest speaks in your voice. Clouds split when you cough. Some spirits vanish when named. You just changed masks. The mountain still hears you, even when you whisper. You molt in silence. Your wings fold inward and become arms, for pointing, for teaching, for striking. You walk now, step by step. Robes rustle instead of feathers. You spar with shadows, debate with thunder. Mountainside monks fold when you speak. Spirits nod in your direction before fading. Illusions pour from your sleeve like river mist. You craft whole forests from fog, trap minds in dreams, and send the arrogant tumbling into themselves. A warlord sends men. You send them home barefoot. A hermit prays for wisdom. You answer with a riddle so sharp it draws blood. You live in the storm above a temple. The pines grow thicker around your silence. The wind has learned your name. You stop laughing with lightning. Now you spar with silence. Still wild, just wearing wisdom. The mountain attracts thunder and idiots. A monk climbs barefoot, chants purity, and claims he's surpassed desire. You greet him with his own voice. You show him visions, his past sins, his secret hungers, his face in the eyes of a demon. He thanks you between sobs. You send him down enlightened. A samurai boasts he has never been defeated. You duel him on one leg, one eye closed, using only your fan. When it's done, he kneels, his blade shattered, his voice gone. But then a child appears. Again, just questions. You wait for the flinch. It doesn't come. You raise a gust. She plants her feet. You vanish in a puff of smoke. She nods to the smoke. You hate her, which is promising. You through storms. She balanced. Now the wind follows her. She returns. After 100 storms. After the last monk gave up halfway. She comes back. Older, bruised, louder. You try illusions. She sees through them. You conjure spirits. She bows to each. You raise a typhoon. She balances on a single foot, smiling like you did once. So you begin. You break her stance, her silence, her ribs. You throw her off cliffs to test if she flies. You drown her voice in waterfalls until her breath knows how to fight gravity. She learns. Fast. Too fast. You teach her wind, and she rides it. You teach her pride, and she wears it quieter than you ever could. One day she leaves. Not in failure. In flight. You sit on your pine branch. Alone. You don't cry. You caw. Loud enough to split a cloud. The mountain answers. You trained her to survive anything. Except your silence. You gave her strength, skill, and something dangerously close to love. She gave you back. Absence. Ash floats higher than prayer. Banners bleed down from the lowlands. Red, gold, hungry. Fire eats the edges of the forest. You taste it in the wind. Steel sinks. Horses scream. Temples crack under boots made in cities. The humans war. Loudly. They name it glory. You call it noise. Some Tengu descend. They dive like knives. Wings stretched. Eyes laughing. They join the chaos. Not for sides, but for silence. Others stay aloft, watching, counting the flames like old debts finally due. And you? You wait. Because trees remember. Because mountains outlive kings. Because blood, spilled in the name of gods or greed, soaks the soil the same. A shrine burns. Its name was written on your feathers once. You blink. Once. Then the wind shifts. You follow it home. They built shrines to honor you, then left them to rot. Now the wind remembers, and it remembers in flame. You stop teaching. Out of clarity. They come for shortcuts. Selfies. Sake-fueled bragging rights. You watch one try to livestream enlightenment. The mountain fog deletes his signal. You watch another pose with a wooden sword and hashtags. He leaves missing 2 illusions and a sense of direction. You laugh, then sigh. You sit beneath the 1,000-year cedar. Your fan rests. Your nose bends the horizon. Crows roost in your silence. Spirits drift through your shadow like incense. No more tests. No more sparring. You meditate so deeply that even time forgets to tick. A pilgrim arrives. She's quiet. Steady. Too young. She calls you old god with reverence and soup. You say nothing, but the wind calms around her. Just once, you let her stay. Just once. She doesn't ask for teachings. Just warmth. And for the first time in 100 winters, you remember what it felt like to be seen without being summoned. Fewer feet disturb your forest. Fewer voices echo with need. They come now with phones, with plastic bags, with tour guides. Your mountain is a photo op. Your mask, a rubber prize. They laugh at your nose, the same one that once parted typhoons. They build stairs over roots, fences around shrines. The wind still bows to you. The humans step on moss. You wait. You offer riddles, illusions, thunder. They want snacks and stories. You give silence. They call it boring. One day no one comes. The wind forgets to blow. You sit, folded in robes heavier than clouds, nose casting a shadow across the valley. The pilgrim leaves rice again. No prayer, just presence. You nod once. That's enough. You breathe, and the mountain exhales mist. Your body thins. Your nose becomes part of the ridge. Your eyes become stars behind the clouds. They call you legend now. A fairy tale. A mascot. But the wind still shifts when pride climbs too high. And somewhere in the trees, something caws. You mastered wind and silence. They sold you for laughs. You carved thunder. They carved stairs. The world moved on. The mountain waits.